Welcome back to Farley Way, live on Coventry United TV. Live coverage of the second half of this Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division match between Quorn and Coventry United, coming up a testing 45 minutes plus for the Red and Greens, losing their top scorer, Shaquille McDonald, top scorer in the team, I should say. He is, we hear, has taken a knee to the back and has suffered a back injury, the seriousness of which we don't know. We will, of course, try and keep you up to date with what's going on with Shaq, and of course we do wish Shaquille the very best of luck in his recovery, but with the way that everything went down, it's pretty unlikely he'll be available on Wednesday for the Spigs match, so not looking good on that front. The half-time score here at Farley Way: Quorn 2, Coventry United 1, a penalty in the 15th minute from Williams giving Quorn the lead, followed by a hit from Payne, and then a cracking strike from McDonald's replacement Ryan Palmer into the top corner from the right hand side of the penalty area, giving United some hope. No changes at half time from what we can see, but of course there already have been two changes for United, with Danny Cairns and Ryan Palmer brought into the side in place of the injured Shaquille McDonald, and Kyle Barnett, who we believe is not fully fit, so was brought up in order to save him for Wednesday night. Certainly got game over, anything but that, but it is going to be an uphill struggle for the Red and Green to come back and get something from this match. But if anyone in this league can come back from a 2-0 deficit and bring 3 points home, it's Coventry United. We've seen some exceptional comebacks this season. Another one would not go amiss, and you won't miss a kick, shot, save or goal on Coventry United TV with Liam Cook. Back into the starting lineups before kick-off as Quorn returns to the field. United have already been on here for a couple of minutes. So for Quorn today, number 1, Hayden Whitcomb. Number 2, Jack Oldham. 3, Isaac Cooper. 4, William Howard. 5, the captain, Lawrence Gorman. Number 6, Brad Maslin-Jones. Number 7, Javier Roberts. 8, Darius Darkin. 9, Ryan Evans. 10, Sean Williams. 11, Callum Payne. And on the bench for Quorn, number 12, Troy Owen. 14, Rob Malonga. 15, Ryan Seal. 16, Lewis Robinson. 17, Dominic Brennan. And for Coventry United, number 1, Ed Caviezel Cox. 3, Ryan McQuanje. 4, Gift Musa. 5, Rob Prinzel. 6, Jamal Clark. 7, Lewis Rankin. 8, Kyle Carey. 9, Craig Reed. 11, Frankie Bejenet. Number 12, Danny Cairns. And number 14, Ryan Palmer. While the referee is back on the field, the players back into their formations, and we are ready to go for live coverage of the second half of this Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division match. It will be Quorn to kick things off from the right-hand side to the left from where we are here at CUTV, in their all-red strip with white lining, and Coventry United all in white today. Their away kit, of course, the red and green wouldn't go well today, would it? Pitch black sky and the bright floodlights, a stunning sight on any evening, as United immediately from the kick-off race forward and look to get back that goal, and a slide tackle from behind by William Howard on a surging Gift Musa right on the edge of the penalty area has given Coventry United an early set piece, and the referee calling the number 4 Howard over and could well hand out a yellow card. No further action required from the referee, but this could be all the punishment that United need to inflict. Reed, Rankin and Palmer all standing over the ball, ready to fire it towards the net. Reed steps away, and so does Palmer. So Lewis Rankin, who found his first goal of 2018 a couple of weeks ago away at South Normanton, looks to find the back of the net again. We've seen some spectacular set pieces. Will he add another to the ever-growing list? No, he won't. High over the goal. And a disappointing outcome to a great opportunity for Coventry United. So Whitcomb places the ball and fires it away. Up jumps Cairns, gets his head on the ball, brought down to earth by Craig Reed. United coming out with a new fire in their bellies in the second half. But Reed can't retain the ball. Howard runs straight into Evans and is brought away by Reed again. Now into the midfield with Lewis Rankin. Boots it away, slips as he does. And Oldham taking no chances, puts it into touch for a corner. Coventry United have come out a different team in this second half. We've had 2 minutes and already they have threatened the goal more than they did in the entirety of the first. And that's including the goal. Here come the Red and Greens with the corner. Lewis Rankin standing over it, just 2 players back. Prinzel calling for it at the far post. It's towards Rob Prinzel, and it flew past his head onto the head of Williams. Kept alive by Prinzel. In by Carey, towards Craig Reed, and nodded clear by Gorman. Bejnet on the touchline. He's got Keynes in support. Gets the cross in, over the head of Jamal Clark. And Williams will clear for Quorn. But already Coventry United putting Quorn under some serious pressure as the second half rolls on. And Musa dragged to the floor from behind by Ryan Evans. No attempt to go from the ball there. And I'm surprised the referee hasn't brought the card out. In fact, Evans has indeed been called over. And the referee may well decide to bring the book out. It's probably going to be just a warning. It is indeed just a stern word from the man in charge. Ryan Evans allowed to go about his business without the added yellow card. Run up by Rob Prinzel, strike into the box. Williams' header, overhead kick by Howard. Evans and Rankin both going for the ball. Neither could get their heads on it, but it's brought away by Evans. And Roberts races down the left flank, caught up by Makwanje, and a great challenge by Ryan Makwanje to run across the number 7 and fire it into the stand behind the goal. It will be a Quorn corner. Well, whatever wisdom Terry Hansen has imparted on his boys, it certainly worked. Darius Darkin sends it in, headed away, but kept alive by Williams, onto the left flank again with Darkin, a second delivery, and up comes Caviezel Cox to catch, and volleys it away. Rankin brings it down and keeps it in, spins away from Javier Roberts, but can't control the spin, it's out of play for a throw. And a powerful throw it is from Cooper. But Rob Prinzel able to nick the ball and clear it as far as Williams in the midfield. Williams strides forward for Quorn. Roberts, Williams tripped. Referee gives the free kick. As Quorn lost the ball. Referee trying to play the advantage. Didn't have the chance. This time it's Isaac Cooper tasked with putting the ball into danger. There it goes from Cooper. Headed up and out for the goal kick. Williams getting the final touch, and not a touch that Quorn will be happy with. So 5 minutes gone in the second half at Farley Way. It remains at Quorn 2, Coventry 1, but the Red and Greens of Coventry United have come out looking for a fight in this second half. The Red and Green Army will be happy to see it. Caviezel Cox clears. Headed up and headed away by Clark. Comes off the bonce of Craig Reed. Palmer runs at the Quorn back line, but Maslin Jones able to take the ball away and fire it away from danger. Roberts down line. Oldham finishes the job. Off the shoulder of Evans, handball cries, referee says no, clearance as far as Darkin. Darkin to Howard, rolls it to the right. Javier Roberts looking for a give and go with Evans. The goal was fine, but the return pass wasn't. Bejnet But a poor pass from Bejnet, seized upon by Williams. And Gif Musa locking arms with Williams and forcing the midfielder to the ground. And it will be surely a yellow card for Gif Musa. It is indeed. The book is brought out. The ref is trying to be as lenient as he can today. And there's going to be a substitution for Quorn, which the referee hasn't picked up on yet, I believe. But the electronic board on the far side indicates that Sean Williams will be replaced by Lewis Robinson for Quorn AFC in Homeside's first change of the match. Yellow card given to Musa. The referee still hasn't seen the substitute board. He has now. And the referee has indicated that he will allow the change to take place right as Williams is about to cross the white line anyway. So Williams off and Robinson on. Well, what will Quorn's strategy be now? Will they go for the third goal or just sit back and soak up the United pressure? Probably not the best option, as United are already trying to batter down that brick wall in front of Whitcomb's goal. Well, Robinson will fit right into the wall of red, waiting on the edge of Coventry United's penalty area after that Quorn substitution. As Isaac Cooper will send it in towards Evans, leaping header by Gorman, and struck towards the net with venom by Brad Maslin-Jones. A strike certainly befitting more of a striker than a centre-back, but not quite enough to extend the advantage for Quorn. Ed Caviezel-Cox ready to blast it clear. Not had the strongest of outings so far, giving away a penalty in the 15th minute, which was converted by Williams, who of course has now been substituted. The kick volleyed forward by Maslin-Jones, and Evans will race towards the ball, and Rob Prinzel lobs it over Caviezel-Cox, and somehow the goalkeeper's kept it out as Evans tried to get the final touch on it. It still could be in. Evans goes to the ground, referee says no foul, and United with a narrow escape. Similar to the Quorn situation earlier in the match where Palmer lobbed it over Whitcomb. But Coventry United escape with just the 2 goals conceded. And look for all the worlds if Rob Prinzel would just handed Quorn a third. But the referee has decided that offside will be the call, as Quorn look to capitalise on that clearance off the line. There it goes from Caviezel-Cox towards us here at the CUTV camera. It bounces into the stand, and it will be a throw-in to Quorn. So we've had 10 minutes in the second half. Quorn 2, Coventry United 1. And what a side's been to the second period at Farley Way. Exclusive video highlights of this match will be available tomorrow morning on YouTube, youtube.com/Coventry United TV. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more footage, highlights, commentary and interviews from Coventry United and the Coventry United ladies, and hit the notification bell as well. Lofted ball by Prinzel, up in the air goes Craig Reed, no one there to bring it down. Here's Bejnet to keep it alive. Reed hits it, blocked by Howard. Reed races to the right to keep it in. Back heel through the legs of Howard. Oh, skill school. Bejnet and Ryan Pyle with a back heel of his own, but inches wide of that far post.
Well done, Coventry! Keep it up!
Well, that move wouldn't have looked out of place in Brazil, let alone Leicestershire.
Come on, Quorn!
Well, Whitcomb with a sigh of relief as he realises that he doesn't have to fire the ball towards the centre circle. We just have to try and find a teammate with this kick. Whitcomb clears, up jumps Rob Prinzel, nods it towards the left hand side. Kyle Carey is beaten to the ball by Ryan Seal. Thrown up line towards Craig Reed, bounces awkwardly. Gorman clears as far as Kyle Carey. First touch is good, tries to take it around Howard. Howard gets his body between the player and the ball, but the pass is far from perfect, and it's intercepted by Frankie Bejnet. Tries to roll it to Craig Reed. cut out by Darius Darkin, and his long pass could set up Roberts. Javier Roberts, heavy first touch, but there's Ryan Seal. Now Evans, chest control by Roberts, space on the left hand side. Callum Payne fires one towards the net. A selfish option chosen by Payne, as there were several Quorn players on the edge of that penalty area waiting for the opportunity to hit one towards the net. The ball falls into the final third for Quorn, and Cooper has to make a hasty back pass to Whitcomb. He blasted away before Palmer can close him down. One in the air by Danny Cairns, and he's a throw in for Quorn. Well, Terry Anson's words at half time have certainly worked, but will they work to the degree United will be able to take a point from this match, or maybe even more? There's no doubt in my mind the Red Greens have made a better start in the second half than the hosts, but it is the hosts who hold the advantage on the score sheet where it matters. Craig Reed punts it upfield for Ryan Palmer to give chase. Palmer will get there, but he's on his own, tries to cut in. Palmer fires it towards the supporters behind the goal. But Palmer is shining up front for the Red and Greens. McDonald off injured. Palmer with the only goal of the match for Coventry United so far, and already in this second half he's really proven to be a handful for that Quorn back line. They just can't seem to deal with him. And Whitcomb called into action again with a goal kick. There it goes. United, of course, next in action on Wednesday night at the Butts Park Arena against Coventry Spinks. Roberts is possessed by Ryan McQuanja, having a strong game this afternoon at left back. Now Gift Musa trying to make his way out of a congested midfield. Runs into Howard, who will sprint away only as far as Musa, who's got the ball off him again. Now Lewis Rankin, there's space out wide for Bejner. Through ball for Craig Reed. Can he get there? It's Craig Reed. Goalkeeper decides not to dive. And it was nearly in by Reed, but headed off the line by Brad Maslin-Jones at an impossible angle. Craig Reed nearly diverted it into the net with a stunning shot. And you can see that Hayden Whitcomb was hesitant to make the same error of judgment that Caviezel Cox made in the first half at that end of the pitch. As Rankin puts it in, and out comes the goalkeeper again. Can't do it the first time, shoves it away from Reed. United have got Quorn on the ropes here. Now Musa. Prinzel calling for it at the far post as Bejner with a low drive towards Gift Musa, charged down by Maslin-Jones. Cairns, bit of shoving there from the number 11. Payne, and Coventry United have got the free kick. And breathe, everyone. Crikey, what a couple of minutes. As Cairns fires it towards the left-hand side. Up jumps Prinzel, brings it down. It's Carl Carey! Oh, just over. And Reed was waiting to have a shot as well. They were lining up in that penalty area. Kyle Carey with the honour of striking it towards the net. If it was just a little bit lower, it would have burst the net. But as the game ticks on, the clock heads towards the 90 minutes. We've had 15 in the second half. This game is not finishing 2-1. Whitcomb's kick. Up jumps Rob Prinzel. A reborn Coventry United putting Quorn under pressure at every opportunity. But Roberts could make it free. Javier Roberts sent it into the car park. A rare opportunity in this second half for the home side, and given the way that United have began the second period, Quorn will need to make their chances count. I don't think Terrence's men will be kept quiet for long. So we have half an hour of play remaining here at Farley Way. Score remains at Quorn 2, Coventry United 1. Quite how, I do not know. We've seen some exquisite football since the break. Reed has handball shot against Gorman, hit the arm, but referee says no. Lofted ball forward, and Caviezel Cox comes out to head it away. A dangerous move from Caviezel Cox, but one that worked out as he beat Evans in the air, and McQuanja sinks into touch for a throw. That's one risk that did pay off. But the move's still not over, and nearly sent into his own net by Prinzel. Evans waiting at the near post, Payne waiting at the far, and in between both of them were Rob Prinzel and a few other United players, but Prinzel the only one that was in any sort of position to do something about it, and he had to get that with pinpoint accuracy, otherwise it would have ended up in his net. And he's come close before in the second half to finding his own net as well. Seals corner, headed up by Evans, onto the roof of the net. Caviezel came out, couldn't claim it. United moving quick with the goal kick. Prinzel 6 aces through it for Craig Reed to run onto. He's got Palmer running behind him. He's on the left-hand side, covered up by Gorman. Beiged it to Musa. Skips away from Seal. He's got the advantage. Onto the left again. Low cross to Musa. Here's Craig Reed. Spins on the dime. Reed gets the shot away. It gathered at the near post. Didn't get the power that he wanted on it. But he did well to get any sort of shots away as he was surrounded by Quorn defenders. Lovely switch of the play, hoping to find Roberts, but a pretty good catch by Caviezel Cox as United deal with that Quorn counter-attack pretty quickly. Cox skips away from the slide, but his pass towards Musa wasn't great. Musa does get it and returns it to Kyle Carey. Tries the through ball to Beiged and powered into touch by Brad Maslin-Jones. I tell you what, we were saying in the clubhouse beforehand, why can't we just have a 1-0, a nice calm 1-0, United to get the 3 points, and I'll try and save my voice. We've still got a lot of matches to come this season, but no, again, we have to have an absolute cracker of a match. Not that I'm complaining, though, just means I'm not going to have a voice by May. Nodded on into the penalty area by Craig Reed. Bit of indecision there between Cooper and Maslin-Jones. Cooper with his bonds on it gets it away from Palmer and clears as far as Gift Musa. But here come United again. It's Lewis Rankin. He's only got one spectacular goal against Quorn this season. In towards Beige, but runs into Maslin-Jones, who will sprint away. Brilliant run by the centre-back and looks to strike one towards the net with Caviezel Cox off his line. You can see why he's gone for it, but it wasn't reaching the goal because it wasn't powerful enough and it was going wide as well. Caviezel Cox clears, nodded on by Reed, flicked on by Basin, just behind Palmer. Howard to the feet of Danny Keynes for Coventry United, and Keynes tries the through ball to his under-21's partner. Again cut out by Maslin-Jones. Evans will race down the left to pick up. Evans into the box. There's Seal, couldn't bring it down. It's mainly because of the interception by Ryan McQuanjay, who will boot it clear, fires it forward over the head of Jack Oldham. But Ryan Palmer couldn't do anything with it. Javier Roberts. Howard quickly closed down by Musa. Back into the centre at the park. Payne looks to lob the defence. Prinzel gets it clear. Here's Danny Keynes moving into more of a midfield role. That's a neat ball down the left for Craig Reed. He gives chase, but he needs options in the centre. He's only got one in Ryan Palmer. Reed away from the goal. Lays it off for Rankin. He had to stretch to get it. It didn't make life easy for Lewis Rankin. Away comes Darkin with the ball. Shrugs off Gift Musa. Now Ryan Seal off the bench. Boots it towards the right for Javier Roberts. Barges McQuanjay off the ball. And a goal kick is the decision by the ref. 25 minutes of play remaining here on CU TV. It remains Quorn 2, Coventry United 1, as Quorn will make a second substitution. They've already had Ryan Seal come on for Sean Williams, and coming on now is Dominic Brennan. He will replace Callum Payne. So both sides with two changes now. It's unlikely that United will just leave things be when they have a player of Chris Cox's calibre waiting in the wings, and wouldn't you know it, he's stripped off, he's got his training gear off, and he is ready for action. Fully fit he is not, but a class act when needed. He is definitely one of those. But he will not come on just yet, as Prinzel picks it up in the back line, following the goal kick from Caviezel. Cox blasts it clear. Nice control by Ryan Palmer, creates some space for himself as well. Closed down by Seal, wings it to Frankie Bejner, cuts in from the right hand side. Now give Musa, Bejner wants it back, but still with Musa, forced towards the right hand side. Great pressure from Howard, that could be crucial for Quorn as he races forward. He sees Rice on the left hand side, trying to go down the centre to Evans, but Jamal Clark is there to pick up the pieces. Keynes into the box, too far for Craig Reed to race onto it, and it will be gathered by Hayden Whitcomb and rolled out to Brad Maslin-Jones. The runner Roberts is picked out by Ryan Seal. Javier Roberts, low cross, took Ryan Seal, blocked by Clark. It's Seal again! He won't be denied that time! And despite all of Coventry United's hard work, Quorn have got their breathing room back, and the second time of asking the substitute Ryan Seal adds a third to Quorn's tally. It's Quorn 3, Coventry United 1 at Farley Way. And now is the perfect time for United to make that change with Chris Cox coming on. And Lewis Rankin will be coming off. We know that Rankin's also been having some fitness issues recently. He's feeling that right hamstring as well. On comes Cox. The third and final change for Coventry United. It has to be the one that works now. United now 3-1 down at Farley Way. They have to act quickly if they're going to get anything out of this game. Oldham's boots up line. Cox beaten in the air, nodded on by Evans. Here's the Quorn substitute, Brennan. Six his laces through it towards that penalty area, gathered on the edge of the box by Ed Caviezel Cox. In all fairness, there wasn't an awful lot he could do about that goal that Quorn have just scored. Fully expect now Quorn to just sit back and try and soak up any sort of United pressure. Seal certainly playing a deeper line. That pass is a little bit too deep for Quorn's liking as it's sent towards the tunnel. And into touch for a throw in to the red and greens just next to Kyle Abbott's tactical area. Well, Abbott has really turned things around at Quorn from relegation fodder. The start of the season they become serious mid-table candidates. Seal puts it in, and somehow Quorn have not extended their advantage. And I honestly can't tell you how. As it was sent into the penalty area, and I believe it was Brennan who tried to divert it in, but couldn't get his boot on it. And that would have been game, set and match if he had to put that one away. Off the shoulder of Howard. You know, just asking for a throw, and you're not going to get one. As Chris Cox is dispossessed by his fellow substitute Ryan Seal, who seems to have put the seal on a 3-point accumulation for Quorn tonight, which would send the hosts above Coventry United and drop the Red and Greens to 10th. As games in hand start to fall by the wayside. Cox picks it up in the midfield. Out wide now with the United man, Kyle Carey. Musa trying to find Cox again, but cut out by Wilkinson. Howard I should say. Musa, deflected pass, nearly found Craig Reed. Brought to earth and fired away by Maslin-Jones. Clark returns it to Caviezel Cox. We have to deal with this one pretty sharpish. And he returns it to Clark. And back to Caviezel Cox. Not doing themselves any favours here in the back line. And the second ball isn't great from the goalkeeper either, but Darius Darkin sells himself short. And Rob Prinzel goes through two challenges. Flicked onto the left-hand side with Palmer. Prinzel fires it towards the right, only Javier Roberts there in a red shirt for Quorn. Seal sees the run Crossing opportunity. It flicks past Clark. This to seal it for Quorn. Yep. Is it? No. Hasn't crossed the line. Another outstanding opportunity for Quorn goes begging. As Ryan Evans from about 3 yards out has hit the post. Put back in. Here's Seal. Brennan. And dispossessed just in time. But Quorn have got their fourth. Fired past Caviezel Cox by Darius Darkin. And you can safely say it's game over now. Quorn 4, Coventry United 1. A spirited fight back early in the second half goes to waste. And it's plain to see just how much Quorn have improved since that embarrassing day in the FA of ours earlier in the season. But today the embarrassment falls upon Coventry United. So just less than 20 minutes to go now. About 18 minutes left on the clock. Well, I did say I wasn't going to finish 2-1, didn't I? But even commentators / fortune tellers like me can't predict anything like this. As all of United's pressure and determination in the opening 15 minutes of the second half. They haven't found that goal. In fact, they've conceded. Here's Craig Reed. Tries to thread it through for Bejnet, but cut out by Isaac Cooper. Musa intercepts. Bejnet through the legs of Howard. Reed finds Palmer. Craig Reed and a brilliant parry by Whitcomb. It seemed to be just lowering beneath the crossbar, dipping up the right time, but a strong pair of hands by Hayden Whitcomb keeps it out and sent it out for a corner. Well, moments like that, you know your luck just isn't in. And headed into the hands of Hayden Whitcomb. Darius Starkin fires it forward towards that penalty area. It's gone behind Cairns, and now a chance for Javier Roberts. Brennan holds it up, gets the shot away, rolls into Caviezel Cox's hands, and quickly distributes it to Frankie Bejnet. Bejnet's boot up line, drifts over the white line for a throw in to Quorn. As we enter the final 15 minutes at Barley Way, Quorn 4, Coventry United 1, the current score. Next time we're in action here on CUTV is Wednesday afternoon. What is it, evening I should say. 7:45 kickoff, 7:30 coverage starts. The Coventry derby, Coventry United versus Coventry Sphinx. Both sides have not had the best of results in the last couple of games, so it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top under the floodlights of the Butts Park Arena. The first midweek Coventry Sphinx game. As Carey is shrugged to the ground.
Come on, Coventry! Keep going!
So Ryan Makwanje to fire it up line. Into the box by Makwanje. There's Craig Reed, brings it down, turns and shoots, blocked by the back of Maslin Jones. And cleared as far as Danny Cairns, who sends it back into danger over Reed's head and into Whitcomb's hands. Well, it's looking pretty certain now United will be leaving empty-handed, but they can go down fighting. Shea Brennan. Now into the midfield with Seal, back to Brennan. Darkin darts forward. Space on the left. Can you get it in from here? Oh, that is simply outstanding. No goalkeeper is ever keeping that out. Isaac Cooper will be trading off that goal for years. Wait until you see that on the highlights, folks. When Ruud Gullit talked about sexy football, we meant that goal. Absolutely outstanding hit. Strike from the left-hand side, dip below the crossbar. Caviezel Cox tried his best, but David De Gea wasn't keeping that out. And Coventry United's day is well and truly done. It's 5-1 to Quorn. Well, Caviezel Cox gathers the balls. Red and Greens have been humbled at Farley Way. Ball lofted towards the right. Here's Frankie Beige. If the Red and Greens can get something out of this one, it will be the comeback of all comebacks. But I don't even think Terry Anson's men can come back from this. Maslin Jones, that flicks off the boots of Javier Roberts. Prinzel finds it towards the left flank, towards Frankie Beijnet. Met in the air by Oldham. And Makwanje loses that in the air to Ryan Evans and brings down Evans' his attempts to win it back. So Ryan Seal standing over the ball towards the right-hand side, looking to put the cherry on the icing on a pretty sizable cake. Quorn have certainly been having their cake and eating it in the second half. But can they make it a sensational 6 with this free kick? Maslin Jones wants it at the far post. It'll be rolled out to the right-hand side for a crossing opportunity. A few step-overs. And straight into touch for the corner off Ryan Makwanje's leg. Well, the mood has certainly dropped for the Red and Green Army. The Quorn fans are having the time of their lives tonight. Oldham offering the short corner routine. It flies past Oldham. But the fullback recovers before Ryan Palmer can get there. A bit of a shove on Palmer. I suppose the referee is blown up for that one. And another attempt to try and score a spectacular goal. Unfortunately for Isaac Cooper, that was closer to the car park than the goal. But he still got the other one that he bagged earlier tonight. And in fact, it's all the way out of play. That's gone out for a throw. Well, at least he can now say he was trying to get a pass away. Well, it may have been to the invisible man, but still finds his intended target. Upline by Prinzel. It was towards Gift Musa, but brought down by the feet of Darius Darkin. Back heel. Brennan to Howard. Was thinking about the shot. Evans out wide with Oldham. Oldham with a wayward cross in towards that penalty area. And into touch for a goal kick. 10 minutes to go here at CUTV. Our player of the match will be named in 5 minutes' time. Let us know on Twitter at Coventry United TV who you think it should be. As Javier Roberts is the man making way in Quorn's third and final substitution. And Lewis Robinson is the man to come on. A superb day for Quorn. And Roberts has been a sizable part in that. Robinson comes on. And if you're just joining us here on CUTV, you've missed a flurry of goal mouth action. Unfortunately for the Red and Greens, most of it's come from Quorn. Score with less than 10 minutes to go at Farley Way. Quorn 5, Coventry United 1. We were saying in the car on the way here with Luke Morton that this would be no easy task. We didn't think it was going to be this difficult. Referee's assistant is saying that a new ball will be required. amount of powerful hits towards the net we've seen today, and I'm not surprised that ball's a little bit flat. Throws one in the air by Cairns, flicks it up, but down by Darkin. Here's Robinson with his first touch. Down line. Cooper sizes up his options and blasts it towards the head of Darkin. It's gone over Cairns and now Darkin. Laid off to Seal. Rolled out to the right. Chipped towards Robinson. It's over Robinson's head. Head as far as Jamal Clark in the penalty area. Under pressure from Brennan and forced to concede the throw. Level with the penalty area. Ruthless from Quorn. There's the throw, 1-2. Driven cross in towards Robinson, tries a strike, goes under Robinson's boot. And the resulting free ball is picked up by Frankie Bejnet. Now Cairns United seemingly playing a three-man back line at the minute. Reed does his best to try and take it away from Howard, can't do so. Laid off to Cooper, driven past to Darkin. Plays a 1-2 with Evans. Darkin shifts towards that right hand side, up jumps Evans. McQuanjay flicks it over the head of Oldham but gives it straight back to Evans. As you know, Evans ducks below it. And a blatant push there by Evans, but somehow the referee said no foul. That's going to be the clearest foul I've seen all day. And there could be a goal to come from it. Darkin gets it from Robinson. Well saved by Caviezel Cox. Back in by Robinson. And headed away by Cairns. And that was a highly questionable decision from the referee. And United could still pay for it. Evans will keep it in on the right touchline. In again, chested away by Jamal Clark, and now United sprint forward.
Right wing! Right wing!
Carey spins away from Oldham and looks to maintain his distance. Palmer, there's space on the right hand side for Bejnet, but Palmer out-muscled by Howard. Lewis Robinson. We're one-on-one against Cairns. And that's been given as a free kick by Coventry United. Rob Prinzel will take the free kick halfway into United territory on the right hand side towards that left hand side of the box, brought down by Palmer, and he's fired it over. Well, you would have bet your house on Palmer scoring from there, but somehow he sent it over. I believe United asking for a corner kick. They're not going to get one.
Relax and kick it gently.
Whitcomb's goal kick nodded back towards defence by Cooper. Now Maslin Jones, our CUTV player that will be named next time the ball goes out of play. Very difficult one. That's you probably bet your bottom dollar it's going to be a Quorn player. McQuanjay up line towards Palmer, brought down by Howard. Here's Oldham. Evans. Oldham receives it from Brennan, shoved to the ground. Referee says no fouls. United fight hard to get it back, and they have done. Clark to McQuanjay, who's been one of United's star players today. Musa to Clark, back to McQuanjay, hoofs it away. Here's Craig Reed in the space on the right for Frankie Bejnet. Reed will find him, but Bejnet has to stop his run. Cox is up. Bejnet taking it on his own. He's being told to keep going by Craig Reed. Rolls it to Musa in the centre circle. Now forward to Craig Reed on the right flank. He's got Cairns with him. Delicate pass into the box. Strike towards the net. Saved by the feet of Hayden Whitcomb. And Carey unlucky not to double United's goal tally. Driven forward by Brennan. Out comes Caviezel Cox and catches it before the Number 8, Darkin can do anything about it. West Hampton name our CUTV player of the match, and we are going to give it today to number 7, Javier Roberts of Quorn. So Javier Roberts today, CUTV player of the match. A close second was Darius Darkin. Also a strong performance from the defenders Lawrence Gorman and Brad Maslin-Jones, but straight towards the net. The goal number 6 is Ryan Seal, and he's put the seal on an emphatic 3 points for Quorn. 6 of the best for the home side. It's Quorn 6, Coventry United 1. And the home side will go above the Red and Greens in the MFL Premier Division table. With just 2 minutes to go, this has been a humbling for the Red and Greens. Two goals for Seal from the bench. Certainly an inspired substitution by Kyle Abbott. Carey runs up the defence a bit too late now if you like to do anything about this scoreline. Cox will hit one, bounces into the hands of the Quorn goalkeeper. Well done for United for trying, but I think we all know it's game over. Cooper up line. Robinson tries best to get past Cairns. He can't do it. Allows Prince all the time he needs to get there, but the back heel towards Cairns picked up. Brennan, not towards the net by Evans. Hit with the wrong part of his head and it goes straight rather than towards the left. Well, I'm honest with you, I don't know how many minutes of highlights there are going to be for this game, but I'm going to guess it's going to be in the 20s. You can get highlights of today's game on YouTube, youtube.com/Coventry United TV tomorrow morning. And I think the Quorn fans will want to see this one again. Robinson picks it up at the left, slide by Cairns, doesn't get the ball, doesn't get the man either. If he has got the ball, it doesn't look like he got the ball from here, but referee has pointed for the corner on the left hand side, and it will probably be the last move of normal time as we have about 20 seconds of the initial 90 remaining. United will need to take a long, hard look at themselves ahead of the crucial match against Coventry Spinks on Wednesday. Into the area and away by Kyle Carey. Bejnik closes down Cooper, keeps the move alive. Down line to Howard. Quorn in no rushes. Normal time has now elapsed. Oldham all the way back to Whitcomb. Quorn playing it around the back line. It's back to Whitcomb from Cooper. Whitcomb towards the right. Flicked up by Kyle Carey. Does his best to win it back, but it's kept in. Surging forward, go Quorn, ball down the right hand side. What a run this is from Evans. Can he get it in? Or will he try and hold it in the corner? No, he won't. Quorn going for all they can. Down line to Maslin-Jones. And into Darkin. Checks his run. Maslin-Jones climbs off the head of Jamal Clark. I hope he was wearing his helmet. Concussion City. Well, Caviezel Cox with a disappointing first team start. Quorn looking to compound Coventry United's misery with a 7th. And this time, Caviezel Cox hangs on to it, with Robinson lurking menacingly behind the goalkeeper. Kyle Carey cuts into the centre and lobs it forward for Craig Reed. Can Reed get the final word? No. It's just not falling for the Red and Greens at all today. I think someone upstairs may have a vendetta against the Red and Greens this evening. Caviezel Cox in goal with the ball at his feet, rolls it out to Rob Prinzel. Looks for Cox, one in the air by Gorman. Led from the back this evening. Here's Howard. Brennan tries to stick it through for Robinson. Pass blocked. Evans. Now Howard. You see the confidence brimming through Quorn, but the pass is behind Seal, who's still on that hat-trick. He may well get it, though, as Darkin wins it back. Threaded through. It's Quorn to go for another one. Off the post and in. Brennan joins in the fun and compounds Coventry United's misery. A magnificent 7 for a magnificent Quorn side. It's Quorn 7, Coventry United 1. And I do believe this is the heaviest defeat in Coventry United's 5-year history. I'm using that one. Well, one good thing's happened. I've just got my closing line from one of the Quorn fans here. I just hope he's not copyrighting that before I use it. Cairns with a shove on Brennan. It's a free-for-all for Quorn. Pass towards Robinson, cut out. And down goes Howard. And honestly, I think United are beyond caring right now. So Maslin Jones with the opportunity to round off a spectacular evening for Carl Abbott and Quorn with a free kick around 15 yards away from the box. It's a fair old distance, but Quorn have had the luck with them today. Maslin Jones, oh, that wasn't a million miles away either. And the way it's gone for Quorn, you wouldn't have bet against that flying into the top of that ever bulging net. Cox chests it down in the centre circle. Here's Craig Reed. We've had 4.5 minutes of added time. United crying out for mercy at the minute. Just want this game over with. Carey. Now Palmer, whose goal was the only shining light in United's performance. Can Quorn go for one more? It was a free-for-all for Quorn. The home side in 7th heaven with a 7-goal haul at Farley Way. United from 2-0 down, went to 2-1 and looked as if their second half was bright and promising. It couldn't have been farther from the truth. It was certainly a false dawn in the opening 15 minutes of this second half. Despite all of United's work, they were pegged back again. And Kyle Abbott and his Quorn side will be celebrating an incredible 3 points at Farley Way this evening. The final score in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division: Quorn 7, Coventry United 1. Well, I've got to say, in my 2.5 years at Coventry United, I've never seen a game like that. Well, I have, but it's usually been Coventry United on the right end of the scoreline. But those are the breaks. Not every game we're going to bring you here in CUTV. We'll see Coventry United on top, and you will get a game like this every now and again. It's the first one that we've had, but it was going to happen sometime, wasn't it? And from what we understand, this was Coventry United's heaviest ever defeat. And you've got to say, fair play to Quorn. Their lads were absolutely incredible in that second half especially. They took so many opportunities, which, to be fair, they had quite a lot of them, and it could have been more than the 7 goals they ended up getting. But we hope we can you can join us on CUTV on Wednesday evening, 7:30 p.m. for Coventry United versus Coventry Spinks. I've been Liam Cook. Check out the highlights tomorrow. I'm out of here. Oh, thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.
It's nice to hear your commentary on that.
Oh, thanks a lot.
You did a very good job on that. I'll look for that.
I'll try and get them up tomorrow morning. To be honest, after a game like that, I don't think I'm going to be sleeping tonight anyway.
It was a good game though.
It was, to be fair. I mean, I honestly thought that we could go on and get the win in the second half. The first 15 minutes,
For the first 20
we absolutely battered Quorn, but fair play to them. They came out fighting in the aftermath of that third goal, and they absolutely dominated us towards the end. It just looked like we'd given up.
But you know the line from this side, was he not happy with you filming or something?
Don't know.
Because that's what I've heard. Because it's the same lines. I came down here on Friday night for a game. I'm a bit of a groundhopper.
Right.
So I came down here and on Friday night. The game kicked off. A minute in, he called the referee over and says, "Not happy." I said, "I'm come down here to referee a game. I don't take reviews from any fans and stuff." Right. And again tonight, and I think somebody was saying that he wasn't happy because you were filming. He said he didn't want to be filmed.
Well, all I can say for that is tough shit.
Yeah.
Got a problem with it. You can fuck off and find a little career.
No, it was very good. I'll have to have a look for the highlights on that. It was nice to have sitting there and having a commentary of a game.
Well, thanks for that. I'm glad someone enjoyed it.
No, you actually